The Kaligia Biosciences RBA-2 is a screening device capable of detecting coronavirus in saliva samples. This video will show you how to run a test procedure. The RBA-2 system consists of a spectrometer and a laptop. The spectrometer shines laser light into the saliva sample to collect optical signal. This signal is then used by the computer to indicate if the sample is COVID positive or COVID negative. Before operating, a few safety precautions. Never look at the laser directly, and never leave the laser uncovered. Before starting a test, make sure you are following the safety standards of the testing sites and appropriate personal protective equipment. Kaligia Biosciences provide disposable funnels and cuvettes for collecting, storing, and testing saliva from the study participants. You will also receive disposable cuvette holders and light caps, which are used to protect the sample from ambient light while scanning. These parts should be disposed of after the scan, according to the site's regulations. If sample is tested using RBA-2 within 15 minutes after collection, it can be scanned directly. Otherwise, it is suggested to gently shake the sample before scanning. Turn on laptop and activate the spectrometer by plugging in the power supply and connecting it to the laptop by a USB cable. Place the cuvette holder over the laser output. Then place the calibration tube in the cuvette holder. Now, double-click the Kaligia Data Acquisition shortcut on the laptop to launch the software. The acquisition software can take up to 2 minutes to completely load. Log in to the data acquisition software with your username and password. On the very first screen, click Saliva Test. On the next screen, you can register a new patient. A patient ID is generated automatically for every patient. Click Next. Now the operator will be asked to enter the patient's vitals information, if available. These fields are optional. If you do not have recorded vitals, you can skip it. The next step is Saliva Order Detail. You will see a small description box on the right of the screen. You may use a space to enter the patient identification number assigned by the testing site. Now you are ready to scan the sample. After you click Run Test, a small dialog box will show the instructions before you proceed to the saliva scan. Remove the calibration tube. Install the sample cuvette into a disposable cuvette holder. Make sure the transparent side of the cuvette is facing towards the spectrometer. Cover the sample with a disposable RBA-2 light cap. Click Proceed. The steps of a saliva scan will appear on the screen. It is going to take less than 2 minutes to complete the scan. Once the scan is complete, the results screen will appear. Here, you will see a small box to note results in. You can use it to mention any important information that may have interfered with the saliva reading. If for any reason you think that you need to repeat the scan, use Repeat button to do so. Click Submit button to submit the test to scan to Kaligia database. At this point, you can dispose of the cuvette, the light cap, and the cuvette holder. On the next screen, you will find 2 options, Next Patient and Logout. Click Next Patient to continue the testing session and repeat the same testing steps. If you do not have any more samples to scan, please leave the acquisition software running for at least 5 minutes before you turn it off to ensure that all the data is transferred to the Kaligia database.